repatriate as many Chinese as you could get them to go back to China and have them work on desertification, which they work on. The forest is growing in the desert in China now, so send them all back and let them go back and do that. All the technicians, instead of not teaching them anything, spend a whole year on the railroad, on all the Chinese technology, so Africans could do it. Okay, no more scenes of colonial period black woman cooking on the stove with a Chinese baby, just like in colonialism. When you look at it, it looks like colonialism. When you just look at Africa, you know what I mean? It looks like it. And we didn't jump at this in a hurry. We've been paying attention to it. So we would say that ask China to revert back to their old policy when they was barely getting by. All loans, 2% carrying charge, that's it. Debt relief, write off Africa's debt right away, write it off. And I would say write off 80% of the debt that Africa owes. Okay. Don't cultivate stooges. Africans that'll sell their mama for, which is not all of them, but the standard African, I was telling in South Africa had the best chance of a country, high tech, all the modern stuff. South Africa had it and still has it. So that's what we're telling them. Because if you see some of the scandals, one of the richest Indian families was kind of put on trial, not the richest. So we was telling them what their approaches should be. And they were all ANC people. We said, that's a mistake. And you could hear some of it in some of the lectures that we gave over there. We was trying to tell them that South Africa has a wonderful opportunity, but the only problem with South Africans is they're black. Other than that, they're fine. That's the only problem they have. And just like everywhere else, they're going to sell them niggas red Benzes, green shoes, right? And they're going to all be corrupt. I don't care whether it's Ramaphosa. What is Ramaphosa? Chasing people around. He having sex with women that have AIDS. I said, that nigga there is bad. That's a bad nigga there. Right? That's a tough, this nigga here, he gonna knock girls over with AIDS. I said, that nigga is bad. He ain't only crazy, and he's on, what's the name's on trial right now? Yeah, you ever seen the guy that's on trial in South Africa? Juma, yeah. And Ramaphosa's the one that came in to try to help fix it. But, hey, man, I'm telling them, I said, look, I love Africa. I said, I come here, I said, I have African blood myself, just in case y'all didn't know. I said, but it ain't going to work. I said, you let them guys go? I said, the white folks will be back in 3 months, not 3 months, like 30 years. Right now, it'll be 30 years almost, and another 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and the white folks will be back And who they bringing with them? All the born frees. The born frees. And I'm taught this from Africans themselves, Indians and others. We was having a marathon one time there, and he said, see those, the police. He said, that's a born free. They didn't live during apartheid. They don't function off that. And so they got a Christian Democratic Party, whatever they call it, white folks in South Africa. Said they're all with them. So next year, 2-3 years, the white folks will be back. Well, they got to be back because, number one, they didn't break up the land and take the money from them. So they had no money. If they got all the money, they can buy all the Negroes, and they going to have them. So they going to buy the Negroes so the African will blame the Negro. The Negro stole all the money, not the white folks. Oh boy, the white folks are sitting back. Wow, we're just democratic. We're just, I tell you, boy. But that's the way it go. That's just the way it go. Okay? So, what was the whole question now?
No, it was just how do you factor in China's ever-increasing presence in the world and the U.S. decline?
Okay. Well, the U.S. and China, that's a done deal. It looks like it's a done deal. The U.S. finished, and China, that's the way it looks. But see, China has been friendly to us and people like us. We want to keep them that way, right? We want to keep them that way. Don't get too greedy, man. They're already doing it. The Africans are already saying the Chinese can bring 5 ducks to market, and they show the African, I got 2 ducks, I can't sell them because they can superfeed theirs and they're bigger than mine. And if you go in a store in Africa, they got bull crap in there, Cheez-Its from China, right? Unhealthy food. And China owns, you go around in Africa now, it ain't like when the Chinese own the immigrants. They're owning everything in Africa. Okay, so they should go back home. Go back home today or get run back home. They got to remember the cycle. They can't escape. There's a cycle. They can do right now, or don't worry. When they own everything in Africa, what the hell do you think the Africans going to do? We're going to say, get your butt out of here. They did it to the Europeans. They owned everything, right? Why are they not going to do it to Chinamans? Keep your railroad, keep all of this, go home. And all the Chinamans are going to have to pack up. In 50 years, 30 years, it could be quicker. Because they're moving fast.
And the Africans are conscious of the fact that they're doing exactly what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, the Africans, I researched this because I'm not saying pro-Chinese, but I took my time. And I just, whatever the stuff comes up, you can't have, I like to get this information, I like that. No. It don't make no difference whether you're Chinese or Negro. The rules apply. And as of late, you got to remember, it's like individuals, and it's like a corporation. When you're down, kind of struggling a little, you're with all the people. So you go back decades and decades. China was with us. They was really with us, and really, I mean, they was all right. The Chinese had been, they had the same signs in the parks, no Chinese and dogs allowed, just like niggas. No niggas and dogs allowed. In the park, no niggas and dogs allowed, okay. So they had what they call a century or more of humiliation. From the Opium War, 1840, 1839, up to, modern times. Because remember, China and India, if you go back a couple hundred years, they was the biggest boys, all of them. They was big. For thousands of years. China, India, Iran, all that's right there. Those are the big boys. And even as the Roman Empire, the Eastern Byzantium, the Eastern and the Roman Empire, Syria and all of that, that's what it is. All right. That's what it was. All right. Now, once you start feeling your oats or smelling yourself, you get a little slick. I'm not saying everybody do. I think the Chinese are still close enough to humanity that if the spotlight is put on them and they put enough on them, you might get them back. Suppose you don't. We get the best we can, and history will take them out too. It's just the rules. Yeah, it is. We're not. No, there's no exception. Oh, the British, they have special clause. This won't happen to them. The Romans, they had the Roman clause. That means, right? The Persians, they had other clause. And ain't nobody had no escape hatch. If they repeat a certain behavior, we're not happy with it, but just step out of the way so they can walk right on down to the road of oblivion. Right now, we're happy for China because they passed their humiliation. But they're at a point now that they could help. They should use all of their power to help bring up the rest of humanity. And also, the sides, the global sides. Of course, they're going to have Africa on their side. If they lose Africa, it'll be 30 or 40 years from now. But up until last week, you could see where the U.S. was trying to mount a, comeback type thing. All that's gone. I don't see none of that working. With what just happened to Boston? No. You got to remember, this is big. This is what we've been sitting around waiting, counting at that. We've been waiting on this stuff. You could tell we've been waiting on this. That's why we changed, right? Not change, but we evolved because now, that's in place. Now let's go here. That's all. Okay, now, China is still in the human arena. But China got a lot of money running through it. And money has a terrible effect on the human being. It is, and I can understand it because I know what it did to me, but it didn't have but about 5-6 months after that. And I'm happy. I got it back together. Nobody else did. Can you imagine out of everybody you know? Nobody got, only one nigga did it. That's bad math. I mean, that you get your humanity back and you say to yourself what the old white man used to say. What was that about it? What is it if a man gain the world and lose his own soul? The same thing. I'd heard it, and I was saying, I don't like that. I showed y'all a picture, I think. So look at that nigga there. That is one mean nigga, and I was definitely that. So I've had experience with this money, and I know what people look like and act like when they get into those stages. And I would say we'll still pray for China and hope that they, that they come around, that they realize we can only eat so much food and we could only, that they say we're going to bring the other people with us. Even if when we give money, we're going to be careful because we don't want to give it to no nigga that's going to run him crazy. Yeah, they got to